Hey YouTube, welcome back everybody. If you're new to the channel, you just found me, then welcome to the 2018 Road Glide Ultra. I am HarleyDayRider, your good old friend HDR. And I'm out here on a lovely chilly day ride. Maybe that's what in the wintertime, that's what I should call my channel, huh? Chilly Day Rider. No, people be like, oh, Day Rider, you eat a lot of chili. Like, no, not that kind of chili. Like, it's a chilly day outside. How about that kind of day? How about that kind of day? Wouldn't that be nice? Oh, it's just a beautiful day, though, to go out, get the bike out a little bit. Get the flat spots out of the tires. People say, why do you say that, HDR? Motorcycles don't get flat spots on the tires. Well, it could. It very well could get flat spots on your tires. And, you know, the trick is getting the motorcycle out. I had somebody send me a message. I might have talked about this on a previous video. I think I did. Never mind. It was about starting the bike up in the garage and letting it run for 10 minutes. You know, don't do that. Sean Spoke said that's a no-no. He said you gotta get out and ride it for at least 20 minutes to get it get the batteries all recharged and everything. So, but you know, I just like to get out and ride. And I had one guy a while back say, "Oh, HDR, you just make videos in the wintertime to stay current, so your YouTube channel and you're monetized and YouTube pays you and you make a bunch of money on YouTube." And if they only knew, huh? Content creators out there. Now, if you're one of the bigger channels, you know, you might be racking in, you know, I don't know, maybe. And you need lots of views. So, even if you're a big channel, you might be racking in $500-600 a month, which is not bad, right, for a hobby. But, you know, the littler guys like us, you know, I always tell people, and I make enough on YouTube for gas money, you know. That's kind of creepy looking. Big dog or something there. But yeah, I mean, you make enough for gas money on the bike, and, you know, that's pretty fair. I mean, and not every day. Not every day I don't make gas money for every day, but I make gas money, you know, a couple times a month you can fill the tank up from YouTube. So that's fair. So that's my telling you what I make. But I come out and ride when it's cold because of two things. One, I spend a lot of money for the hot wire gear, right? See the hot wire gear? I spend a lot of money for the hot wire gear. Two, I like to ride the motorcycle when I can. And if it has to be in between snows, then it's in between snows. Yeah, we haven't had any big snows yet. They haven't thrown any salt out, so the roads are pretty good. And even if they do, because I've had also people send me comments, and, you know, you always have people out there that don't like what you do at times. So one of the comments was actually, HDR, you know, you ride that bike out there and all that salt, it's going to rust. Well, I hope not. I mean, I do clean it a lot, especially in the wintertime. I clean it more in the winter than I do through the summer months. But anyway, the truth of it is, folks, the real truth of it is, I don't ride when there's salt on the road, but sometimes when I'm riding, you'll notice the roads out there will be white, and they'll have a white like look to them, and I'm sure that is salt. But in Pennsylvania and other states that use salt, I'm sure, you know, we've learned that we wait until we get a decent rain, even in the wintertime, to wash some of that salt off, or at least knock it down. Because if it's not, it's almost like also riding on loose gravel, right? You get in those corners and you get them tires kicking out on you. It gets a little scary. So you learn not to ride in those conditions. But if it's a nice day like today, and yeah, it's cold. I mean, there's a chill out. Miss HR sometimes looks at me like, you are a cuckoo head going out when it's this cold. But I like it. I love riding when it's a little chilly, and we're gonna get some nice days too coming up. You know, it's scheduled to get some nicer days. Even in, you know, January, February, we do get days, sometimes it's a 70-degree day, you know. Or, okay, let me rephrase that. It could be a 60-degree day that feels like 70 or 80. I thought I heard gunshots back there. It's like, that's pretty scary shit. I'm sorry, that's pretty scary stuff. Oh. Like, as long as the bullets ain't flying at me, you get like a hole in the gas tank, blow the bike up or something. The joys of riding in the country of America. America the Great, where you can get your long rifle out behind your house here in the countryside and start shooting at the hillside. I mean, honestly, I hope you're not an animal lover, but I've shot groundhog before out of my kitchen window. No, the groundhog wasn't in the kitchen window. That would be a trick. No, you open the kitchen window and the back of our house is all woods. And a lot of times the groundhog will come in our yard and dig major holes and stuff in the yard, and it gets kind of nasty. So we shoot him with a 22. Because I live in the country, I could do that. I can get away with that. You can't do that in the city. But out here in the country, you could definitely do it. That's for sure. So, but yeah, let me know how much you get out. I know a lot of you guys get out riding in the winter, and you know, I know you guys definitely down south ride. I've been trying to get Mrs. HR to move to Georgia for years, and she won't, especially now we got grandbabies here. I can't move from the grandbabies. I said, what do you think FaceTime was invented for? Or, you know, Google Hangouts or whatever we're using these days. Zoom or, you know, Skype. I said, we can see the grandbabies whenever we want, you know. Not only that, when you're that far away, honestly, guess what? You don't have to change a diaper. Shoulder's fogging up on me. But yeah, you don't have to change a diaper, so when you're that far away. But yeah, let me know. I mean, you know, we talked about in the past about storing your bike. A lot of you guys say, you know, you store it. A lot of you guys say you keep them just in case you can get a ride in. I've been that way ever since I owned a motorcycle. I like to be able to take it out when I feel like it and take a little cruise. I don't want it stuck in a Harley shop somewhere or storage where I can't get at it. You know, you can't go and be like, oh, I want to take the bike out this week, and oh no, we're not getting your bike out. You know, there's a restocking charge, and because man, you ever see those places when they stock in bikes? They are stocked in there tight. They're not going to get your bike out like on a nice Saturday and then put it back. It's just not going to happen. So, but I do, and when I can. There's going to be a time it gets too bad and I can't. Once it starts getting a lot of ice storms and stuff in Pennsylvania, you know, I mean, we usually have really, we got to be careful. We could have really bad Februaries. But lately we've been very lucky with snow and whatnot. It's been very fortunate not to have bad winters like we did in the 70s. And I wish I had a cell phone back in the 70s, sort of. But yeah, back in the 70s it was something else, because you would get the I mean, we would have, it was nothing to have 5 and 6 foot high snow drifts. You'd have the National Guard shutting down roads as they're out plowing them with those big National Guard bulldozers they have, and we don't get that anymore. So we talked about that once, right? Everybody's talking about global warming or whatever you want to call it, and I told you guys months ago that I call that global climate shift is what I call it. So it'll happen again. My mother claims that the earth is off axis right now, and that's very logical. It's very true that does happen. But we'll never see it get back on axis. We won't live long enough. But what happens is the earth, she said, will slightly shift. And I've seen a video on the Science Channel where it does, after so many decades or so many millions of years, it shifts back and forth a little bit. And what happens is your weather conditions change on you, right? That's what's happening. So they change on you a little bit. But now, do I believe that the atmosphere is messed up? Maybe. I don't know. I'm no scientist by any means. You know, they show those polar ice caps and everything melting away and sliding into the ocean, and people say, well, that's not true because it's still cold outside. It's a climate shift, folks. It's not really. Global warming to me does not mean that, oh, it's 90 degrees everywhere you go. That's just ludicrous. There's nothing, no good sense to that. So, alright, I'm not going to let this video go any longer. I see it's clicking up at about 11 minutes, so I'm going to kill it. So, but thanks for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on climate shift or global warming, or is it a bunch of hoopla or not? And let me know if you get those bikes out there. Get out there and ride, folks. You know, if the roads are decent, looking like these are right now, get out and enjoy your motorcycles. Bundle up, stay warm. HarleyDayRider. Oh, remember, wait, turn around, beep, back up. Beep. Remember, ride your own ride, be safe out there. HarleyDayRider will talk to you next time. I'll be down and out in the beautiful southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now, everybody.